And how dare you? I mean, everybody doesn't want children. Everybody does not want them.
You know, it completely makes sense for conservatives to be attacking childless women. Honestly, we should be promoting family formations, getting married.
No, it actually doesn't make sense for conservatives to be attacking childless women. And maybe that was just a misuse of words in the moment, but it is a very specific word, and it is something that I see sometimes. We can uphold marriage between one man, one woman, monogamy, children, if the Lord blesses you with them, as the ideal, as the thing that as many people as possible should strive towards, as the thing that is most likely to bring you the most satisfaction in this life, without attacking any group of people, including childless women. You don't spread the gospel as a Christian by attacking the sinner. You don't spread truth by attacking the sinner. You don't bring someone over to your side. You don't bring someone over to Christ by attacking the sinner. If you look in the Word, Jesus saves his most excoriating words, not for the average everyday sinner, not for the hose, but for the Pharisees. He speaks truth with grace, which is what we are all called to do. He doesn't water down the truth, but he also doesn't needlessly condemn, needlessly attack, because that is not an effective way to bring people over to you. And he knows that. And we know that too. And to get a little less esoteric for a moment and more practical, currently in the US, 1 in 4 40-year-olds have never been married. That is an extraordinary number. 25% of Americans ages 40 or older have never been married. And notice that that includes men and women both. So this is not a woman problem. This is not women bought into feminism, women made too many mistakes, women got too old, women waited too long, women got run through problem. And the men, they're going to be fine, they're going to build up their empire, and they're just going to go marry younger women. That's not what is happening. The men are not fine by their own words. This is a problem that spans generations, and it touches both genders. Men are included in the high divorce rate. Men are included in the low divorce rate. Men are included in the fact that we are below replacement rate. Men are included in this 1 in 4 40-year-olds thing. So the idea that this is a childless cat lady problem, a woman of a certain age problem, is very, very foolish indeed. And it does not serve us well. We have a huge problem. I don't know where it started. Certainly, I think that the sexual revolution didn't help. The proliferation of birth control just everywhere all the time, and obviously the legalization of abortion nationwide in the first trimester did not help. And I personally believe that the millennial generation, born in the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, that they were probably the first generation raised with just birth control on demand, abortion on demand, the upholding of casual physical intimacy as something to strive towards, especially for women. Women have been sold a false bill of goods about being able to have physical intimacy the way that men do. Men are also sold a false bill of goods because they shouldn't be doing it either. Women are on OnlyFans. Men are paying for OnlyFans. Now social media has come along and everybody's on their phone. Nobody knows how to meet anyone. No one knows how to date. Men don't know how to act like men. Women don't know how to act like women. People are the products of broken homes, of this high divorce rate from their childhood. Nobody knows how to date and get married without sleeping together first. I mean, everything is a mess. And the idea that this is, again, a childless cat lady problem or a woman of a certain age problem is super short-sighted. It's really not helpful. And the way that we solve this mess, because people have turned away from God, the way that we solve this mess is not by attacking any group of people. That's not how we solve this mess. All the more reason to not attack this group of people if it is your belief that we are called to marriage, that we are called to family life, that women in particular are called towards motherhood, and that a woman, no matter how fulfilled she is in her career, how successful she is, that she's going to reach a certain age and she's going to feel empty inside if she doesn't have those things. If that's your belief, which I think is valid, that's all the more reason to be compassionate towards these people, because by your own words, we've got a large group of women, really it's people, but in this case, women, who are deeply suffering. By your own words. So all the more reason to be compassionate. Attacking any group of people is not going to get their vote. And we actually do neither vote. That's important, conservatives. It's important to win elections, not just to be right. And conservatives kind of miss that sometimes. We neither vote, but more than that, attacking a certain group of people might cause them to never wake up, to never walk away. You might be the reason that someone rejects Christ their whole life. And I'm not being hyperbolic, because my political awakening preceded my coming to Christ. Anecdotally, I guess it's more often than not the reverse. Usually people find God, then they want to live according to his word, or they seek to live according to his word. They become more conservative. For me, it was the exact opposite, which means that every single person who planted the seeds of my walking away from the Democrat lies, of my political awakening, all of those people brought me to God, and they don't even know it. And some of them aren't even believers. You have no idea the impact that some of these things can have. And at the end of the day, of course, everyone's choices are their own. Everyone's sins are their own. I'm not saying that you're responsible. But understand that we are here to be effective. As conservatives and as Christians, we are here to win our country back. God is on our side. We are here to win souls for Christ. And the way that you are effective in anything in life is not by attacking someone. It's just not. We will always lose. Conservatives have to offer a message of hope for everyone. It cannot just be a message of hope for young women, women below a certain age. That can't be it. It's got to be a message of hope for everyone. Now, I'm not saying that we affirm sin or that we deny that certain biological realities exist. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that we can speak truth with grace. Understand that we are up against very serious evil. The other side not only affirms the sin, but in fact, they don't even believe that it's a sin at all. They don't believe there's anything to forgive. They uphold the vice as virtue. On the other side, if you're a woman past a certain age and you're a boss babe and you're kicking butt in your career and you don't have children, you are upheld as some kind of idol. On the other side, if you're a woman who uses men for physical pleasure or for money or for something else, you're upheld as an idol. You could go down almost every sin and you would see that on the other side. Look at George Floyd. I'm sorry about the way that George Floyd died, but I'm equally sorry about the way that George Floyd lived his life. And they have lionized him on the other side, a criminal and a sinner mired in his own sin. You will see that for almost every single sin on the other side, it is upheld as a virtue. And that is very attractive to humans who are sinful, who are tempted, especially to humans mired in their own sin. We on this side have a much harder task because we live according to the truth and we speak according to the truth, and the truth sometimes doesn't really feel good to hear. And yet at the same time, we want to honor the truth, we want to honor God, but we also want to be effective. We want to be appealing. So we have to straddle that line of adhering very closely to the truth and not deviating from that. But also, we're not here to just attack people and be right. We are here to win back our country. We are here to make sure that the USA continues to be a free, liberty-honoring, a Christian nation. We are here to win souls for Christ. We are here to see the reconciliation between the sexes, the honoring of the family, of the nuclear family, the proliferation of that again. The only way that happens is not by attacking a certain group of people, not by blaming a certain group of people. I say this with so much love because I love the conservative movement. I've sacrificed a lot to speak for it over the course of the past 3.5 years. There is room for improvement in the conservative movement for the way that we speak to and about women. And we have it in the bag, y'all, because we have truth on our side, and we are the side that honors women. We are the side that protects women and girls. We are the side that honors mothers and what it means to be a woman. But when we deviate, when we go off course, we really go off course. And not only do we give them fodder to attack us, but we also are the reason that someone digs their heels in to their indoctrination, to their feminism, to sin, to Satan. We're the reason. We don't want to be the reason someone digs their heels in. We want to have an effective message for everyone, not just, conservative 20-somethings who are homesteading virgins on a farm. I've said that before and I'll continue to say it because I love the conservative movement.